Why do you find it so hard to stick to your trading strategy or plan? Why do you keep blowing account after account? Why do you trade emotionally? Now, if you want to learn how to beat the mental game of trading, you need to watch this video until the end. My name's Louise Wheeler. I am the founder of Hypnosis for Traders, and I have successfully helped over 1,000 traders in the last 10 years. So here are my tips and suggestions, so please continue watching. So the thing is, you tell yourself that this is the last time, you're never going to break your rules again, that you have hit rock bottom and you're never going to be like this again. But you keep revenge trading, over leveraging, risking too much, and you keep looking for strategy after strategy, telling yourself that the problem is the strategy, not your psychology. Now, it's not because that your strategy doesn't work, and it's not your fault, but the problem is you, or more specifically, how your brain is wired. Now, we humans are terrible traders by nature, and I'm going to be really honest about that. And the reason is because trading is counteractive to how we're conditioned as humans. And unless you overcome this aspect of trading, you're never going to become profitable. Now, in this video, I'm going to explain how our minds are destined to fail as traders and how you can beat the mental game of trading. You're going to learn how to spot when you're in survival mode instead of trading mode, what to do once you've spotted it, and most importantly, how to rewire your mind for trading success. Stay with me because this could change your life. So, why are we terrible traders by nature? By the way, I no longer trade. I used to trade Forex and I was very successful. But why are traders terrible by nature? Now, this is no disrespect. This is just because obviously there are some reasons behind this. And again, it's because of how our brains are built. You see, we've been evolving for millions of years to do one thing: survive. And as you can see, we've been very successful. But what does surviving have to do with trading? Well, being a good survivor means you're likely a terrible trader. Survival is about avoiding risks, reacting to threats, and chasing rewards. And that's great if you're being chased by a lion, but terrible when you're trying to stick to a trading plan. So it's not your fault, there's nothing wrong with you. But as a trader, there's work to do. And it's the same for everyone. We are all bad traders because of how our brain is programmed. But here's the good news. Just as your mind was programmed to survive, you can reprogram it to thrive. That's what you need to do to become a successful trader. And a lot of this has to do with our subconscious mind. That's why we're so good at surviving, because we don't have to think about surviving. If we see a danger, we don't just feel the emotion of fear, turn around and run. We don't have to think about what to do in that situation. We do it by instinct. Now let's address a common misconception here. Most traders find a new promising strategy and think, wow, this is it. They get excited. This is the holy grail. This is the one that's finally going to make me profitable, only to be disappointed. Most strategies do work. The problem isn't the strategy, it's you, and it's how your brain is wired. Every time you break your rules, every time you overtrade, revenge trade, or act emotionally, you sabotage that strategy. And this happens because we react emotionally to avoid pain, not logically. Your brain is in survival mode. And if it's in survival mode, no strategy is going to save you. So here's how to spot when you're in survival mode instead of trading mode. Number one, you're feeling overwhelmed by fear or greed. Fear shows up as hesitation, second guessing your trades, or closing too early to protect yourself. Greed is another one. It shows up as over leveraging, chasing trades, or holding on too long, hoping for even more profits. Number two, you're revenge trading. You take impulse trades after a loss, desperate to make back what you lost. It feels like the market owes you something, and you're chasing it emotionally rather than logically. You're experiencing FOMO, which is number three. You jump into trades that don't meet your plan because you're afraid of missing out on a big move. You're focused on what others are doing instead of following your own strategy. Number four. Now, the fourth one is quite obvious here. You're breaking your plan. You know your rules, but in the heat of the moment, you ignore them. You take trades that don't align with your setup, or you risk more than you should. Number five, you're focused on outcomes, not the process. You're thinking about how much money you want to make, or have lost rather than following your strategy step by step. This leads to impatience, impulse decisions, and frustration. Number 6, you're stuck in a negative feedback loop. And what do I mean by this? Well, you've made a mistake, you feel bad about it, and then make more emotional decisions in an attempt to fix it. This creates a cycle of stress, doubt, and inconsistency. Now, I'm sure you can all relate to at least one of these because they're very common. But just being able to spot survival mode is actually just useless. I mean, of course it's important, you've spotted it, you're aware of it, but the next step is to shift into trading mode. Trading mode is when you are calm, clear, and focused on the process, not your emotions or the market noise. That's where you become profitable. So, this is the most important part of the video. Here's how to make that shift. Number 1, pause and reset. When you notice these survival mode behaviors, stop trading immediately. Take some breaths, clear your mind, and calm your nervous system. This pause interrupts the emotional cycle and gives you space to regain control. Number 2, reconnect with your plan. Before placing any trade, review your strategy and rules. Ask yourself, does this trade align with my plan? If not, don't take the trade. And the key here is to have trust in your plan instead of trusting your emotions. Number 3, focus on the process, not the outcome. Remind yourself that this goal or your goal isn't to make money today. Your goal is to follow your process with precision, because profits are a byproduct of consistency, not impulse actions. Number 4, journal your trades. After each trade, write down how you felt during the process and look for patterns. Are certain emotions triggering bad decisions? Because awareness is the first step to breaking bad patterns. Now, if you can take action on these steps while trading, you will have a big advantage to other traders. Now, of course, this isn't about competition, but while these steps are incredibly important, they require conscious effort in the heat of the moment. We often realize these behaviors after we have done them, and then it's too late to stop or change. To truly beat the mental game of trading, you need to go beyond the surface level. And that's why the most powerful thing is rewiring your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind controls 95% of your actions. If you don't reprogram it, old patterns will keep holding you back. So here's what you need to do. The only thing that I suggest in this video, the most powerful technique that I know over the last decade, is hypnosis. Now, hypnosis is nothing like stage hypnosis. I don't get you, or hypnotherapists don't get you clucking around the stage like a chicken. Hypnotherapy is professional. So, hypnosis works directly with the subconscious mind. Any changes that you do not want to see won't happen because your subconscious mind knows everything about you. It knows your beliefs, your behaviors, it has the memories stored, and it knows the changes that you want to see and don't want to see. So there's different ways that you can access the subconscious mind through hypnosis. Number 1 is you can listen to hypnosis. Number 2 is you can practice self-hypnosis. Number 3 is you can see a professional hypnotherapist and have sessions. So these are the tips and techniques that I recommend. I hope you have found value in this video.